Hey everyone, and good afternoon. Captain Chandler with your police department. I'm here with Rich, and we're here with your weekly update where we like to come live to you just to keep you informed about everything that has happened the past 7 days in this wonderful city. We talk about some crime stats, go over some incidents that occurred, and also talk about any upcoming events if there is any to highlight. So, anyway, we'll get started soon. Rich, how's it going, man?
Going good, Cap. How's your day been?
Hey, it's going pretty good. Do you have your weather pulled up yet, or do you want to wait till later?
Let's do it after stats.
Okay, we'll do it after stats. So we do have some possible severe weather this afternoon. Rich is going to pull that up for us. There's a very low chance of that happening, but there's still that potential. So we just wanted to talk about that as well. And Rich, I don't see your screen to share. If you could share that, we'll get the stats going. So
Yep. Sorry about that.
we've been figuring out some technical difficulties this morning, and
There we
here
go.
Rich, have at it with the weekly update, March 10th through the 16th.
Yes, sir. Getting right into our numbers. 777 police calls for service, 68 fire calls for service, 17 crime reports, 71 arrest charges, 285 traffic stops, 125 citations, 27 non-injury crashes, and 6 injury crashes. Those numbers creep down on the crashes just a tiny bit again this week, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And on our crime reports, 6 family disturbances, 6 thefts, and of course, a few property damage, frauds, and harassments.
Mm-hmm.
And on our arrest charges for the week, 14 driving on suspended or revoked DLs, 13 simple possession of drugs, 10 warrants. And you can see the rest there: possession of drug paraphernalia and shoplifting each at 6, no DL or DUI at 4. And some other good proactive work there: manufacturer, sale, controlled substance, unlawful removal of plate or sticker, and of course a move over law. Had one of those this week. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sure we'll chat more about that later.
Right.
And neighborhood and school zone traffic enforcement efforts: Hickory Hills, Curd Road, Bradford Park, Belinda Parkway, Nicholsville, Tuscan Gardens, Hickory Hills, Park Glen, and of course all the school zones. Some good numbers here this week for proactive work: 36 stops, 22 citations, and 3 arrests.
Awesome. And with these traffic enforcement efforts in neighborhoods, it comes from our community engagement unit. We have 2 officers assigned to that unit who drive unmarked vehicles and provide attention into neighborhoods beyond our normal patrol shifts. And we do this, we have these officers simply because we want to ensure our neighborhoods receive the proper attention when it comes to traffic enforcement, because we want those neighborhoods safe. And you'll be surprised, the number 1 complaint into our police department is related to unsafe driving behavior in neighborhoods where motorists are speeding, running stop signs, or just driving in a careless manner altogether. And by using these community engagement officers to focus on these traffic enforcement efforts, it really allows us to tackle that problem and handle those complaints as they come in. If you have anything you want to let us know about in regards to unsafe driving in neighborhoods, you can let us know for a traffic enforcement request. All you have to do is go to our website at MJPD.org. You'll find it in the drop-down menu. Just fill out the form for a traffic enforcement request, and you'll be put on our calendar to have our traffic enforcement officers go out that way and provide some attention to whatever may be going on.
All right. And then getting to our Guardian Shield, top 3 stats that everyone always likes to hear is the stolen cars at 117, stolen plates at 54, and wanted persons at 77. Those numbers are since the program's been in place.
Awesome.
That's what I got on stats.
Appreciate it, Rich. So you may have been aware, you probably got the text alert and saw it on the news, but 2 of our police vehicles were hit on the interstate last night around 7:50 in the evening. They responded out there around 7 o'clock to help a disabled motorist, where that motorist vehicle was partially on the left shoulder and partially in that number 1 travel lane. So both of our officers got there, created a block in that travel lane to keep them safe, which I'm glad that they did. And then they went to tend to that motorist, and they had to call a wrecker because they could not get the vehicle moved. It was just locked up. When the wrecker arrived on the scene, they began to work, and then they heard a crash. They started to run. They jumped over the guardrail, tried to get out of the way of whatever hazard was headed their direction, and they discovered that a vehicle slammed right in the back of the first patrol car, which launched it into the second patrol car. In that primary vehicle that hit the police car, there was 1 driver with a minor injury that was transported to the hospital. But by the grace of God, our officers lives were spared and they weren't injured. They were just happened to be in the right place at the right time. But minutes, moments, just a change in dynamics can really make the difference in those type of crashes on the interstate where someone is obviously inattentive, not paying attention, and where they slam into the back of a police car that's well lit. And we just want to remind everyone that it's important to drive while you're paying attention, your eyes focused on the road, because you never know when that hazard may pop up in front of you, whether it's a animal crossing the roadway, a school bus dropping off a child, a crash that occurs in front of you, or it happens to be a police car with the blue lights flashing, trying to protect another hazard up ahead. And if you're not paying attention, you can easily hit these hazards because you never see it coming. And by the time you know it's coming, it's too late to brake, or you realize it as you're hitting the object. And we just want everyone to be safe. Of course, the move over law is out there to keep all first responders, anyone with a hazard, tow trucks, highway safety vehicles safe on our roadways. And you're supposed to move over a lane if you can. If you can't, you slow down. But the move over law is only good if you're paying attention to even see the hazard in the first place, right? So be safe out there. Thankfully, the majority of motorists do drive safe, but the few who don't can cause a lot of harm in those few moments where even good motorists may have a lapse in judgment and become distracted or inattentive. That can lead to bad consequences. Sometimes it can be deadly consequences. In our case, we dodged a bullet last night and our officers are all okay. The 2 patrol vehicles are likely totaled. I know one for sure is. The other one looks like it's going to be totaled as well. But those police vehicles, those equipment items can all be replaced. Our officers' lives can't be replaced, and they have families that they need to go home to. And we want them to go home safely at night. And we just need help in the investment from everyone out there on the roadway to pay attention. So when those hazards pop up, you can stop in time. So you can avoid whatever collision is approaching, or avoid whatever hazard is out that way, or have time to change lanes to avoid a closed lane that is out there. But I just wanted to highlight that. We're grateful that everyone is okay. We appreciate all the kind words and prayers and well wishes from our community out to our officers who were involved in that incident. Of course, it was stressful for them, but they were, again, thankful to go home. And we just appreciate our wonderful, supportive community who have reached out since they heard about that crash. This morning, we had coffee with a cop at Just Love Coffee. Rich and I got to try a cinnamon roll waffle. Is that what that thing was called?
Yes, sir.
Pretty good place. They have breakfast and lunch. I think they're open till 8 o'clock on the weekdays. They close at 6 on Sunday, but it's a very awesome place. Always a good atmosphere. We appreciate their management and owners for allowing us to have coffee with a cop there this morning, and all their hospitality. Check it out if you have not. It's on Belinda Parkway, connected to the new Exxon, and always a fun place to go to and enjoy. We, of course, meeting all the different residents that come in to meet us. Every time we're there, we meet new faces and meet new people in our community, and it always makes it a success when we can meet new residents and they can ask us questions and we can relay our mission of the police department to them. So great time. We also had a visit from the Mount Juliet High School Junior ROTC today at headquarters. They stop by once a year, their senior class, to get a tour of headquarters. They speak with the leadership team. Chief Hambrick was able to speak with them. I had an opportunity to speak with them as well, and to share about my career here at the police department and what I've done since then. Same with our other staff members who were able to give them a tour and really just build those relationships with our future leaders. Many of them are going into the Marine Corps. Some are going into the Navy. Some are going into social work, an engineer, an architect. So bright future ahead of all those seniors with MJROTCs. And their major is such a great guy, really cares a lot about them, mentors them, and molds them. And they're on a great path of success that are really going to highlight Mount Juliet and continue to spread our name of our wonderful city across the nation. So there we go. Rich, how's the weather looking?
Well, they issued the situation report that I'm looking at here at about 10 minutes till 2 today.
Okay.
So this is the most recent one they've currently got out. And folks, you know, the enhanced threat levels that they always issue here, the 1 through 5 level, they've got us in the 2, the slight level. So kind of just making everybody weather aware, letting us know what to be watching out for. The chances of some possible severe storms in the area today and this evening. They're a little bit up there, but not trying to get anybody, nervous or upset. Just making everybody weather aware. Their big concerns with this potential storm front tonight and this evening are going to be the damaging wind gusts. It's not going to be sustained winds, just damaging wind gusts. They said there is always a slight chance of an isolated tornado that might pop up, but just make sure you're aware. Keep your multiple ways of getting warnings handy and ready. No weather radios, of course, our MJ Alert text messaging. If you have a specific weather app that you like on your phone, and know your safe place in your home. And never, ever cross a flooded roadway. Turn around, don't drown. If you don't know what's there, don't go through that water. And looking into the forecast for the weekend, of course, this afternoon and this evening, we're looking at some chances of rain, up to 40% chance this evening with some slight chance of thunderstorms overnight. And tomorrow it's going to have about a 20% chance of rain throughout the day, and high of about 53. So temperature-wise, shouldn't be too bad tomorrow. It should be a nice day. But then Sunday, nice and clear, bright sunny day on Sunday, high in the mid-60s. So Sunday should turn out to be a pretty nice day.
Awesome. Looking forward to it. Let's give away a gift card. The gift card today is $10 to McDonald's, so you can get you a Big Mac meal and a drink and fries and whatever else you want to get there. So type it in the comments. Hashtag MJPD Live, no space before or after or in between. And if you win this gift card, we will drop it off at your home or mail it to you, and you are eligible if you live in Wilson County or any county connected to Wilson County. So good luck, everyone. Enter that in the comments, and then we'll do the draw and see who gets the gift card. And Rich, what's going on for the rest of your day?
Well, probably here in a little while, I'll probably get changed out and get on the road, give a hand tonight, and try and get out there and give the patrol units a hand. And but also too, I wanted to give a quick shout out to our public safety partners for helping us on the interstate last night. Fire department, WEMA, TDOT, everybody came together. Of course, Hamlin's Wrecker Service come out there and took care of us as well.
Sure.
So big shout out to everybody that gave us a hand on the interstate last night to get it cleared up as fast as we could.
Right. That Rich, I was at dinner. I sat down with another officer, Officer Brown. We were at Smiley Tie and ordered. And then, of course, we heard that blast come over the radio where the officer is, obviously high stress environment, higher tone than usual. They said they've had a vehicle crash through their scene, and that just sends a feeling through your body. If you're a police officer or have ever been a police officer, when an officer calls for help, it sends a feeling through your body, and you just get up and you go to your car and you get out there to the scene and do whatever you can to help. I'm just thankful that they're all okay. There were 3 officers out there on that scene. 2 police officers, and we had a trainee who just started about 3 weeks ago, was a police officer elsewhere, but he's just getting acclimated to the way we do things in Mount Juliet. And you just want to be sure they're all okay, and then you worry about the citizens who are out there as well, and ensure that they're okay. Thankfully, it all just worked out. But the main thing out of this and lesson learned is you have to pay attention when you're driving. And our police cars have been hit quite a bit on the interstate by just inattentive drivers. And they never see the police car, and they run right into the back of it.
Noticed a few accidental typos in there, folks. Just a reminder, hashtag MJPD Live.
Right. If it's not exactly like you see that on those blue letters, it will not register you. So I see like an MJ Live and I see a MJPG Live. That will not register you. So if you typed it in wrong, take a few seconds to type it in right so you can at least be eligible for the gift card. We don't want you to lose it for a technicality.
One of these days I'll have to try and jump in there and register without you knowing.
I see you're not allowed, Rich. And I saw Rob Gallagher put in, and he's one of our reserve officers. He's not allowed either, but it just is what it is. I think he's just wanting to see if it draws. But the good thing is I can hit draw again, and it will do it again. So we'll see what pops up.
I bet Rob's seeing if we're just paying attention.
I think that's what he is. He's checking us. All right, good deal. I think I saw the bad ones corrected, so let's give it a draw. And see, he popped in. He said, "Gotta try." Yeah, definitely. All right, going for the draw, 20 entries. Let's see who gets the gift card. Oh, of course, City of Mount Juliet popped in too. So let's see whether that one makes it. All right, Debbie Walton. Good deal, Debbie. You're not the City of Mount Juliet. You're not Rob Gallagher, and you're definitely a winner for the gift card. If you scroll through the comments towards the top, you will see an email to Rich, and just email Rich your address and we will get this gift card to you. We'll either drop it off or you'll find it in the mail. So thank you all for participating. It's always fun to give something away. Even though it may be $10, it's still more than $0, right? And hopefully you'll be able to use it or just pass it on to someone else. But we appreciate everyone for tuning in. We'll take some questions if you have them. We always like these updates to be interactive, and Rich and I are here to answer any question you have related to this police department, what's going on in the city, if we can answer it or not, and we'll see what we can do. See what we got here. A lot of congratulations to Debbie for winning. All good stuff. Catherine just chiming in about the incident last night. Just she's thankful our officers are okay, and thank you for stopping to help other people. That's one thing we do frequently. And if you ever find yourself in a situation in our community where you need a tire changed, where your vehicle needs an unlock, or where you need a boost, please give us a call. We're here to help and try to find ways to make your day better if you find yourself in a bad situation. It doesn't always have to be what I call law enforcement related. We are public servants with a big heart, and we want to ensure our heart can take care of you every single day with whatever you have going on. Now, there's even some of us, not me, or I don't think Rich either, but we'll come get a snake out of your house. But we will send someone who will get the snake, not us.
I'll go fetch a snake.
You will get the snake?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Something I learn every day. Let's see what we got. Kathy asking if there is a burn ban in place in Mount Juliet. Rich, I'm not aware of one. Are you aware of a burn ban?
Not that I'm aware either. But if you want to double check with the fire department, you're welcome to call their general number. It's 615-773-9830. 615-773-9830. That gets you the general number down at the fire department. They should be able to give you a lot better answer.
Awesome. Question from Michelle asking when a date of the widening in Providence will be finished. And I heard summertime. Are we right on that, Rich?
That was the last update I heard as well.
Okay. I think Michelle Lund early summer on that one. So sooner than later for sure. So we are all looking forward to that. The bridge is looking good. They have the nice, pretty columns they continue to put up on the east side of the bridge with a little MJ logo. Eventually there'll be lights, decorative lights on that. And it'll be a really nice place, but ultimately the road will be a lot wider and hopefully help move traffic through that area to prevent crashes and the backup. So we're looking forward to it. Liz asking about the move over law. If you're on the highway and can't get over, she does slow down, but it's not safe to stop or try to get over and cannot get over because of the huge semis. What's the best thing to do? And Liz, it sounds like you're on the right track. Just slow down as best you can. Pay attention to be sure no hazard hops out in front of you. But if you can't move over, you can't. We understand that. We don't want anyone to move over to create a more dangerous situation related to us on the side of the roadway. But the best thing to do is really just pay attention, right? When we see our police vehicles being hit, for us in our community, it's when our officers are having to block a travel lane when they're on a crash or motorist assist. We're not seeing it when they're on the shoulder of the road out of a travel lane. So it leads us to believe that the motorist that hits the vehicles are totally inattentive, totally unaware that those police vehicles are blocking the lane.
And don't just stop either. That causes even worse of a hazard. Excuse me. Keep rolling, keep moving, slow down, but keep rolling.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Michelle's just adding MJ North End is looking really good now. And yeah, a lot of work across the city. They continue to make the city better and stronger, and we're grateful for it. Anything I'm missing, Rich, that you can see through your end? I got sick coming.
No, it looks like we've been covering it.
Did Joe, put in a good comment here? He is noticing the construction work at Lebanon Road and South Green Hill where the traffic signal is being placed at that intersection. So right now they're putting in the footers for the traffic signal poles. So all good there. Question from Kelly about, the crash from last night. Are there criminal charges pending? And Kelly, we're not handling the investigation. Anytime we are involved in an incident, we always want a third party to investigate that. And the third party for those crashes is the Tennessee Highway Patrol. And those troopers are investigating it, doing their report, following up with that driver to determine if any charges will be filed or not. I'm unaware of their investigative details, but that's normal. We want to be unaware, to not have any influence, and want them to be an independent third party when we're involved in something. Janice joining here, just wanted to say she's so thankful for the safety of those last night. Absolutely. Thank you. Anything else, just type in the comments. Rich and I have nowhere to be, so we're here for you. If we don't see any more coming in, we'll likely end it today, and hopefully see you next week sometime. And hopefully the weather cooperates through the evening and we don't have to hop on to give any updates related to that. But you just want to stay connected to your reliable weather source, whether that's a NOAA weather radio, which is the most reliable, that you can keep at home and plugged up with battery power as well. Do not rely on our tornado sirens indoors. They are not designed for that. They're not designed for that anywhere in the United States. It's just not how they're engineered. They're only meant to warn you outdoor, and they're marketed as outdoor weather warning sirens, and they're placed in areas where there's a lot of outdoor activity, such as school fields, sports fields, parks, and shopping areas. So really just to warn you if you're outdoors, not if you're indoors. Sometimes you can hear them if you're under one, or there's one installed near your neighborhood, but really not meant for that. Janice is asking about the new traffic lights at Nonneville. So Janice, that construction project you see on Nonneville from Wintry down to the intersection is part of the project related to the new development going in on that roadway. And they're just upgrading the traffic signals, providing additional lanes, and to help move traffic off Nonneville onto Lebanon Road. And they're putting up the nicer traffic signal poles, the nice black ones, no longer the utility pole style with the wires ran. So it'll be a lot more aesthetically pleasing to the community to have the new poles up to support the additional traffic signals. Gerald chiming in. We miss you, Gerald, but have a great evening and be safe to you as well. It's always good to see you and hear from you. Same with Karen and Rob and Shannon. Thank you all for joining. All right, Rich, any parting words, my man?
Oh, folks, just be safe. Whether it's raining or not, always be safe. Move over, slow down, watch out for everybody.
Yep, absolutely. Have a wonderful evening, everyone, and great weekend. It's an honor and privilege to always serve this wonderful community. And if you need anything, you know who to call. Just give us a call. Take care.